Welcome. This is not just a video. This is your wake-up call. This is a mirror. And today, you will see yourself clearly, maybe for the first time in years, because deep down, you know the truth. You're not living at your full power. You're distracted. You're scattered. You're tired. You keep trying, but something always pulls you away. Another notification, another excuse, another day wasted. But let me say this loud and clear. You were not born to be average. You were not born to scroll, doubt, compare, and give up. You were born with a mission, a fire, a reason. And if you don't fight for your future, if you don't focus, you will die with your potential still locked inside you. You think you have time, but look around. How many dreams are buried in graveyards? How many tomorrows never came? How many lives ended before they truly began? Today is not just a day. It's a second chance. It's a call from the universe to wake up, lock in, and go all in on your goals before it's too late. I'll show you how to focus on your goals even when life gets hard. These 10 tips are more than enough to change your focus, your mindset, and your future if you truly apply them. So, if you're ready, if you're tired of watching others while you stay stuck, then listen closely, because I'm going to show you how to build unshakable focus, even in the middle of chaos. And we begin with the one thing that changes everything. 1. Find your reason. Forget discipline. Forget motivation. If you don't know why you're doing something, you will never stay focused. Let me ask you, what's your reason? Not the fake one you tell people. Not the one that sounds cool, the real one. The one that keeps you up at night. The one that brings tears to your eyes when no one's watching. Maybe you want to make your parents proud. Maybe you want to break the cycle of poverty. Maybe you want to give your child the life you never had. Maybe you just want to look in the mirror and say, I didn't waste my life. That reason is your fuel. Because when things get hard, your brain will try to quit. And in that moment, you need to remember your reason so deeply that quitting becomes more painful than pushing forward. Real example, there was a girl from a poor village, no electricity, no internet. She studied under a streetlight because she had no lamp at home. She wanted to become a doctor. Why? Because her mother died not from a disease, but from not having money to reach a hospital. So she made a promise to herself, I will never let another mother die because of poverty. And every time she felt like giving up, every time her body was tired, she remembered her mother's face. That was her reason. That was her fuel. And today, she saves lives. So now ask yourself, what's your reason? Write it. Speak it. Feel it. Because without it, focus will break. But with it, you become a machine. You don't need motivation. You move because your why is louder than your pain. 2. Focus on the most important task. Let's be honest, most people don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they're busy doing the wrong things. You clean your desk, you check email, you scroll, you make to-do lists, but none of those move you closer to your goal. Here's the truth. One focused hour on the most important task is worth more than 10 hours of random effort. So what should you do? Every morning just before touching your phone, ask this. If I could only do one thing today that would move me closer to my dream, what would it be? Then do only that. No distractions, no multitasking, no excuses. This is called deep work, and it's where greatness is born. Example, there was a man who worked as a security guard night shifts. No money, no support. But every night, from 2 o'clock a.m. to 4 o'clock a.m., he studied code. Just one thing, just one skill. While others watched movies, he focused. While others slept, he built. 2 years later, he quit that job. Today, he's a software engineer because he focused on the most important task every day without fail. So ask yourself, are you just being busy, or are you being effective? Do you want progress, or just the illusion of it? Because the person who focuses on the one thing that matters each day will always beat the person doing 50 useless things. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. This shows the power of focusing on one important thing every day with full dedication. 3. Set your priorities. Let me tell you the truth. Most people are not tired because they're doing too much. They're tired because they are doing too much of the wrong things. You say you want to become successful. You say you want to focus on your goals. But when we look at your day, it's full of everything except your goal. You reply to every message. You say yes to every plan. You do things just to make others happy. You please everyone except yourself. And this is how dreams die, not with failure, but with distraction. What does setting priorities actually mean? It means you stop treating everything as important and start protecting the things that truly matter. It means asking yourself, is this task getting me closer to my goal, or just keeping me busy? Let me show you something powerful. Take a pen, draw 3 circles. In the first circle, write down all the things you want to do. In the second circle, write down what you're currently doing every day. In the third circle, write your goal. Now compare them. If your daily actions do not match your goal, you will never get there. It's not magic. It's not destiny, it's math. You have 24 hours, just like every successful person. But they say no more than they say yes. They don't waste time proving themselves to others. They don't chase everything. They chase one thing, and they give it everything they have. People think focus means saying yes to the thing you want to do, but it actually means saying no to 100 other things. So here's what you need to do right now. Down your top 3 priorities. Remove anything that's not serving them, and stop apologizing for focusing on your dreams. You don't need to do it all. You just need to do what matters every single day. Because when your life is filled with noise, your goals become a whisper. But when you cut the noise, your purpose becomes a roar. Calculate your time. I want you to really listen to this part, because this right here has changed lives. You say you don't have time, but the truth is, you don't even know where your time goes. Let's do a quick test. Imagine your life is a bank account. Every day, you are given 24 hours, that's 1,440 minutes. That's 86,400 seconds. And every second, you're spending it on something. But here's the twist, you can never get that time back. Once it's gone forever. Now tell me, where did your time go yesterday? How many hours on social media? How long talking about other people's lives? How many minutes overthinking, comparing, waiting? You think you're stuck, but really, you're just misusing your time. Let me give you a real-world example. There's a man who works 12 hours a day. He has 2 kids. He travels 2 hours daily, but every night, after putting his kids to sleep, he sits with a notebook. He writes, he learns, he builds. Just 1 hour a night, but every single night. Now, 5 years later, that 1 hour a day built him a new life. He escaped his 9-to-5. He built a business. He became free not because he had more time, but because he used his time. Now, ask yourself, where is your time going? If you spend 3 hours a day on Instagram, that's 1,095 hours a year. That's 45 full days. What if you used that time to learn a skill, practice public speaking, build your dream, exercise, read, work, grow? You could change your entire life in 45 days. Time is not the problem, your choices are. So here's what I want you to do. Track your time for 3 days. Write down everything, every hour. Identify your time wasters, not just the obvious ones. Even small ones, like 15-minute scrolls that add up. Block your calendar like your life depends on it, because it does. Set a timer. Turn off notifications. Close the door. Put your phone away. Work like it's your last chance, because it just might be. 5. Use your power hours. Let me tell you a truth no one told us in school. Your brain is not equally powerful all day. There are hours when your mind is sharp like a sword, and hours when you're like a tired sponge, absorbing nothing. We all have power hours, the 1 to 3 hours of the day, when our brain is at its absolute best. But most people waste those hours on Instagram, emails, scrolling through reels, or thinking about things that don't matter. They give the best version of their mind to things that give them nothing back. And then, when it's evening, and their brain is tired, that's when they try to work on their dream. That's why it doesn't work. So what should you do? Discover your power hours. Ask yourself, when do I feel most alive? When do ideas come easily? When do I feel fast, clear, and focused? For many people, it's early morning 5:00 a.m. to 8:00 a.m. For others, it's night when the world is quiet. Find your peak time. Track it for a week. Don't assume, observe yourself. Protect that time like your life depends on it. Imagine this: you're the CEO of a billion-dollar company. Would you waste your most important meeting hours chatting about memes? No. So why treat your dreams any less seriously? In your power hours, turn off your phone, lock your room, block all distractions, set a timer. Do the one thing that moves your goal forward. Whether it's writing, planning, studying, building, designing, do it when your brain is on fire. Because what you can do in one focused hour during your power time is 10 times more effective than what you do in 5 distracted hours later. Let's make it practical. You wake up at 6:00 a.m. most days. The first thing you do is grab your phone. You scroll, you text, you reply, and suddenly it's 8:00 a.m. You've used your most powerful brain hours on things that took you nowhere. Now imagine this. You wake up, no phone. You sit down, and for 2 hours, you write, plan, create, and work on your dream. By 8:00 a.m., before the world even wakes up, you're already ahead. You already built something. You already made progress. And your mind feels powerful. That's the power of using your power hours. And the best part, you don't need 8 hours a day. You need just 1 or 2 with full focus every single day. Do this for 90 days and your life will not be the same. 6. Procrastination is the worst. Let me say this clearly. Procrastination is not a small problem. It's not a cute habit. It's not, I'm just lazy today. It's a slow death. It's a thief. And every day you procrastinate, it steals your future. But you don't feel it immediately. It doesn't hurt like a punch. It's quiet, silent software. And that's why it's deadly. Let me show you how it works in real life. You wake up. You feel tired. You tell yourself, I'll start after breakfast. Then you say, maybe after lunch. Then it's 4:00 p.m. You say, okay, start at 5 sharp. 5:00 p.m. comes. You say, I'll just watch one video first. Suddenly, it's night. You go to bed, and your dream is still waiting, still untouched. Still in the same place it was yesterday. That's how life passes, one excuse at a time. Why do we procrastinate? Because we wait for the perfect mood. We wait for motivation. We wait to feel ready, but you will never feel perfectly ready. You will never feel 100% confident. You will always feel some doubt, some fear, some resistance. So here's the truth. If you want to win in life, you must learn to act before you feel ready. If you wait to feel like it, you'll wait forever. If you wait until the fear disappears, you'll never move. How do you destroy procrastination? The 5-second rule. The moment your brain says, I should do this, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and move. Stand up. Open the book. Open the laptop. Start writing. Begin. Why does it work? Because your brain is fast. It will come up with excuses in seconds. So you must act before the excuses arrive. Make it stupidly simple to start. Don't say, I'll study for 2 hours. Say, I'll just open the book and read 1 page. Because starting is the hardest part. Once you start, energy comes. Momentum builds. 1 page becomes 5. 5 becomes 10. It's like going to the gym. The hardest part is not lifting weights. It's putting on your shoes and stepping out the door. But once you start, you feel better. You feel alive. And you think, why did I wait so long? Remind yourself what it's costing you. Every time you procrastinate, you're not just wasting time, you're delaying your dream, your confidence, your life. Ask yourself, if I don't take action today, what will my life look like in 5 years? That pain, that vision of a future you don't want, use it. Let it push you. Let it wake you up. Because procrastination is not about laziness, it's about fear. And when you face it, you break the chain. 7. A healthy mind lies in a healthy body. Let me ask you something simple. Can you drive a car if the engine is broken? Can you focus on your dreams if your body is tired, your stomach is heavy, your head is foggy, and your energy is low? Of course not. Your body is your first home, not your house, not your room, your body. And if you don't take care of it, your dreams will slowly die, not because you're lazy, but because your energy can't carry them. Let's break it down clearly. You eat junk food all day, your brain becomes slow. You sleep at 2 o'clock a.m. every night, your mind becomes cloudy. You don't move your body, your confidence drops. You sit for hours, your motivation dies. This is not motivational talk, this is science. This is real life. If your body is tired, your brain can't focus. If your digestion is weak, your thinking is weak. If your body is full of sugar, your mind is full of noise. Now, you might say, I focus on my health later. Let me just work on my goals now. But let me be honest with you. You won't reach your goals if your body gives up halfway. What good is success if your back hurts every day? What good is money if your energy is gone by PM? So here's what you must do if you truly want to become focused and unstoppable. Sleep like it's your superpower. Sleep is not laziness, it's your brain's way of recharging. When you sleep 6 to 8 hours deeply, your brain clears waste, resets focus, stores memory, and sharpens attention. Don't stay up scrolling at midnight. Don't trade your mental clarity for Instagram. Guard your sleep like it's something valuable. Move your body every single day. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need fancy gear. All you need is your body, your breath, and 15 to 30 minutes of movement. Walk, jog, stretch, do yoga, dance, just move. When you move, your body releases powerful chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. These boost your mood, lower stress, and dramatically improve your ability to concentrate. Eat with purpose, not just to feel full. Stop treating your body like a trash can. Choose clean, light foods, fruits, vegetables, water, natural meals. Cut back on sugar, fried items, and junk. You can't build your dream with a broken system. And your body is the system that powers everything. You say you can't focus, but you haven't had water all day. You skipped breakfast. You ate chips and soda for lunch. You slept for 4 hours. How do you expect your brain to perform when it's exhausted, undernourished, and dehydrated? It's not you, it's your habits. And the moment you change those habits, your mind will wake up like it's been asleep for years. So the next time you feel drained or distracted, don't blame yourself. Check your body first, because no matter how big your dream is, you still operate inside a body. And if your body fails, your focus fails too. 8. Create balance between effort and enjoyment. Listen carefully, this part is real. And this is where most people lose control of their focus. People tend to live in extremes. They either chase constant pleasure parties, scrolling, food, gossip, comfort, or they live stuck in nonstop pressure, overworking, stress, burnout, and exhaustion. But life was never meant to be lived at one extreme. You can't stay only in struggle, you'll break. You can't stay only in comfort, you'll decay. So here's the truth. You need both. You need a life where effort shapes you and enjoyment rewards you. Let's break it down. You won't always feel like waking up early. You won't always want to avoid junk food. You won't always feel like focusing on hard tasks. You won't always want to sit down and study. That's okay, but understand this. The more you avoid discomfort, the more your dreams avoid you. Discipline feels uncomfortable in the moment, but it gives you something far greater later: confidence, freedom, pride, strength. Discomfort is not your enemy. It's proof that you're growing. Learn to sit with it. Learn to say, yes, this is tough, but I'm doing it anyway. Over time, your brain stops seeing it as pain and starts seeing it as power. Use enjoyment to recover, not escape. This is where most people go wrong. They don't rest, they run away. After doing a little work, they binge on food, videos, and distractions. Not because they need rest, but because they're avoiding their goals. That's not enjoyment, that's avoidance. Real enjoyment comes after effort. You complete your work first, then reward yourself with rest, nature, music, laughter, good food, and meaningful connections. You earn your enjoyment. When you live like this, effort feels meaningful and enjoyment feels satisfying. And this balance creates something powerful: consistent focus. Let's make this real. Picture this routine. Morning, you wake up and do 2 hours of deep, focused work. Afternoon, you eat clean, take a walk, breathe, recharge. Evening, you complete another hour of focused work. Night, you relax, listen to music, talk to someone you care about. Maybe watch one episode of your favorite show peacefully. Now compare that to this. You wake up late, scroll through reels while eating breakfast, do half-focused work with constant interruptions. By night, guilt builds up. You binge eat and watch Netflix for hours just to escape. You sleep late and repeat. Which one leads to success? Which one shows self-respect? Which one builds a future? The answer is obvious. 9. Remove toxic triggers. Let's start with the hard truth. Your mind is not weak. Your dream is not gone. Your focus is not broken. You're just surrounded by triggers that are quietly destroying your attention. And the worst part, most of these triggers look normal. They exist in your phone, your routines, your environment, even your relationships. Slowly, silently, they're draining your ability to focus. Let's break it down simply. What is a trigger? A trigger is anything that pulls your attention away from what truly matters. It doesn't shout, it whispers. It distracts you. It drains your energy little by little, until there's nothing left for your goals. Triggers don't say, "Don't chase your dreams." They say things like, just check your phone for a second, scroll for 5 minutes. You can start later, relax first. Everyone else is already ahead anyway. Sound familiar? Now think about this every time you respond to one of those triggers. Your focus resets, your mental clarity drops, your motivation fades, your plans get delayed again. It's not your lack of discipline, it's your environment. It's the triggers around you that are silently controlling your attention. So let's be honest, where are these triggers hiding? A. Your phone, the biggest distraction. Be real with yourself. How many times do you unlock your phone without even thinking? Once an hour? Twice? No. Studies show people check their phones 2,000 to 3,000 times a day. You might say, I use it for work. But look at your screen time. See how much of it goes to Instagram, YouTube, short videos, messages, and endless scrolling that adds zero value to your life. These are mental traps. They're not just stealing your time, they're stealing your focus, your clarity, and your future one habit at a time. And it's not just about time. It's about mental clarity. After 30 minutes of scrolling, try reading just one page of a book. Try working on your business plan. Try thinking clearly. You can't. Your mind feels scattered. You've been pulled into a state of constant stimulation where focus disappears. B. Your environment. What you see matters. What you do matters. Your room matters. Your desk matters. Your surroundings are either building your focus or dragging you into chaos. Imagine walking into a room, and here's what you see: clothes all over the floor, snacks on the table, your phone lighting up, music playing, unfinished tasks everywhere. Now, tell me, can you truly sit down and do deep, focused work in that space? No, because what your eyes take in, your mind reacts to. Your environment constantly shapes your behavior. So if your space is filled with noise, clutter, and distractions, your focus becomes unstable, weak, and unfocused. You can't create mental clarity in physical mess. That's why successful people protect their environment. A clean room, an organized desk, phone out of reach, a clear visual space. It's not just about being tidy, it's about protecting your brain. See people, the hidden energy drains. This one might hurt, but you need to hear it. There are people around you who may seem harmless, but every time you interact with them, you feel doubt, guilt, comparison, negativity, or confusion. They question your goals. They joke about your discipline. They make you feel foolish for working hard. They send distractions when you're trying to focus. And slowly, they become emotional triggers. You're not just losing time talking to them. You're losing mental energy recovering from what they say. Focus is not only about doing the work. It's about protecting the mental space that allows you to do the work. And sometimes, that means creating distance from people who drain your attention, even if they're close to you. How to remove toxic triggers step by step. Let's make it simple and practical. First, do a trigger audit. Take a pen, draw 3 columns. Column 1, what breaks my focus daily? Column 2, where is it coming from? Column 3, how can I remove or reduce it? Be honest. Write things like Instagram in the morning, 1 hour delay, phone near the bed, can't sleep early, TV always on, poor concentration, negative friend, kills motivation. Once you see it on paper, it becomes real. And once it's real, you can change it. Next, remove or block. This isn't about perfection. It's about strategy. Keep your phone in another room while working. Block distracting apps during your peak hours. Keep your desk clean and purposeful. Use noise-canceling headphones. Tell people clearly, I'm working from 9 o'clock a.m. to 11 o'clock a.m. Please don't message. unless it's urgent. Protect your mental space like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. Then, replace the trigger. You don't just remove distractions, you replace them. If you remove something but leave an empty space, your mind will get bored and return to old habits. So replace scrolling with journaling. Replace gossip with planning. Replace noise with calm music. Replace comparison with self-reflection. Give your mind a better option and it will follow. 10. Fall in love with boring repetition. Let's be honest. Achieving anything meaningful in life isn't glamorous. It's not always exciting. It's not viral. It's boring. And it's repetitive. Day after day, the same actions, the same routine, the same effort. When no one is watching, when no one is clapping, when no one seems to care, this is where most people quit. Because the world teaches you to chase motivation, inspiration, excitement, something new. But real focus, lasting focus, is built in silence, in repetition, in doing simple things every day that feel small but stack up into something powerful. Let's make it real. What does repetition look like? Writing 500 words every morning even when you don't feel like it. Practicing the same speech again and again even when you're bored. Going for your walk or workout even when the weather isn't great. Opening your book daily even when your mind drifts. Reading the same page twice to truly understand it. Planning your next day, every night, even if it feels routine. This is the boring work that builds excellence. But most people start with excitement. They stay consistent for a week and then stop when it no longer feels exciting. Let me ask you something real. Did your parents feel excited every single day when they went to work to support you? Did your mother wait for motivation to cook meals? Did your father need excitement to pay the bills? No, they did it because it was necessary, because it was their responsibility. Now, your goal, your dream, that's your responsibility, not your hobby, not your mood, not your fantasy. It's your mission, and missions are built on commitment, not excitement. So why does repetition work so well? Because repetition rewires your brain. Every time you repeat a task with focus, you strengthen a habit loop. You reduce resistance. You build confidence. You create momentum. Slowly, what once felt hard becomes natural. What felt uncomfortable becomes automatic. What felt impossible becomes part of who you are. That's how athletes train. That's how musicians master their craft. That's how creators succeed. Not through one big effort, but through small actions done daily with extreme consistency. Think about something simple: brushing your teeth. You do it every day without needing motivation, music, or applause. Why? Because it's part of your identity now. You don't wake up and say, "I don't feel like brushing my teeth today." You just do it because repetition made it automatic. Now imagine treating your goals the same way. Imagine working on your dream becoming as natural as brushing your teeth. No hesitation, no emotions, just daily action. That's where your real power begins. Because now you're not working only when you feel like it. You're working because you've become the kind of person who shows up. Here's the secret. Boredom is a sign of growth. If you feel bored, good. It means you're doing the hard part. You're stepping away from constant stimulation and entering the world of mastery and purpose. So don't quit when it feels boring. Lean into it. Smile and tell yourself, "This is where I become stronger than everyone else." Because most people quit when it gets boring. If you don't, you win. I know life gets difficult. I know your mind gets tired. I know there are days when you feel like quitting. But listen to me. You are stronger than you believe. You are not alone. I'm with you. This channel is with you. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You just needed clarity. You just needed direction, and now you have it. So don't stop here. Don't wait. Start now. Focus deeply, and don't give up. Your dream is real. Your future is waiting. And I promise you, if you stay with me, we will grow together. We will win together. We will transform your life, one step at a time. So subscribe now. Be part of this journey, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's do this together.